Hello guys. How's everybody doing? So today I wanted to touch bases with all of the childcare providers as well as the assistant living providers and talk about a very important subject that you as a provider need to know and need to understand during the 2023 tax season and for all upcoming tax years, okay? For those of you guys who do not know me, my name is Donna and I am a CFO for assistant living providers and childcare providers. And what I do is I assist you guys in making sure that you're not paying more than your fair share in taxes via legal loopholes and guidelines per the IRS. And I also assist you guys with strategic financial growth, whether it be on a quarterly level or an annual level, monthly level, things like that. So guys, today we're going to talk about the difference between tax preparation and tax planning. All right, this is so very important, the difference between the two, because I get this all the time. You know, I file my taxes and the financial professional that I use to file my taxes, you know, they didn't give me any tips on what I could have possibly done to save in taxes, so on and so forth. So let's just put this out there, okay? What is tax preparation? Just to give you a term that you can resonate with, or should I say a definition that you can resonate with, tax preparation is just what it is called. It is just the preparation of your taxes, okay? For example, let's just say you go to your financial professional and you tell them, him or her, I want you to prepare my taxes, okay? More than likely, they're gonna ask you for certain documentation, like, you know, copies of your social security number, copy of your dependents information, your personal information, your spouse's personal information, and they will ask you for, you know, your business documents, such as payroll documents, such as financial statements for your business, so on and so forth. You'll give them the documents as it pertains regarding whatever year you are getting your taxes prepared for. They'll take those documents and they'll prepare your taxes with those documents, okay? Now keep in mind that I never said they'll give you tips, they'll tell you some tax planning techniques, they'll give you some deductions or some credits that will assist you in saving in taxes. All they'll do is ask for the documentation. I just gave you some examples of the documentation, but more than likely, depending on your specific situation, they're going to ask you for more than just those documents, but you'll hand those documents over to that financial professional and they'll prepare your taxes. Once your taxes are prepared, they'll give you a finalized copy of your taxes and they'll let you know, depending on what state you're in, what city you're in, they'll let you know this is your federal tax liability or this is your federal tax refund. This is your state tax liability or your state tax refund. This is your city tax liability or your city tax refund, okay? That's all they'll do. They'll get documents from you, they'll pop it into the system, they'll spit you out a result, and there goes your tax preparation. You'll sign on the final documents and then it will be e-filed or paper filed to the IRS. That's the tax preparation process, okay? So, because I've explained to you guys what tax preparation is, now maybe hopefully you have a little clearer perspective of why tax preparation is not tax planning. So, in the case, for example, you get a result that says that you owe a federal tax liability of $60,000 and you owe a state tax liability of 20 grand. Whenever you ask that financial professional, can you tell me a little bit about why I owe? Did you put every tax deduction and every credit into the system? Did you account for all of that? They're only gonna account for what you give them, okay? So whatever documents you give them, that's what they're gonna account for. So if you miss giving them a document for a certain amount of income that your business received during that pertaining year, guess what? They're only gonna put in the system what you gave them. So it's a very likely chance that you'll get a letter from the IRS that says that you underpaid income because all of your income wasn't reported. And it's really not that financial professional's fault. It's really nobody's fault, but just know that, you're supposed to provide all documents to that financial professional so that they could prepare your tax returns, because they're your tax preparer. But in regards to expectations, be careful on your expectations with your tax preparer, because all they're going to do is prepare your taxes. They're not going to do any tax planning. So let's talk about tax planning. Tax planning, and I back up, they're not going to do any tax planning unless you and the tax preparer discuss specifically that tax planning is going to go along. Okay, typically tax planning is done throughout the year, January through December. So it's very uncommon that I'll see a tax preparer saying, let's prepare for the 2023 tax year, and we're already in 2024. Okay, so it doesn't happen that way. So again, let's go back to what tax planning is. Again, tax planning is planning throughout the year. Okay, so we're in the 2024 year. Right now, you should be tax planning in 2024 in preparation for the upcoming 2024 tax season. So what does tax planning consist of? Tax planning consists of many things. So for the sake of shortness of this knowledgeable video, what I'm going to tell you is tax planning is usually done month by month. It's done in regards to what your business's credits and deductions may be for month by month, so you can keep up with a running total, a running tally of, okay, these are my deductions, these are my credits. It comes along with different other tax planning strategies such as depreciation, amortization. It comes along with different tax plans on different charities that you're going to invest in throughout the year. It comes with tax strategy that talks about the different, not just charities, but the different retirement accounts you're going to contribute to this year. Just different tax planning. Tax planning is always a benefit because it's to help you save in taxes. It's to help you to, by the time you get to your tax preparer at the end of the year, you won't be surprised with this full, 50, 60,000 tax liability bill, because you've effectively tax planned throughout the year. Okay, so tax planning consists of more than just that, but that was just me just throwing out, some simple things of what tax planning is. And tax planning is just what it is. It's planning to pay the least amount of taxes before the tax season gets here, okay? And tax planning is something that is often overlooked, but it's very important. And if you've ever owed the IRS at the end of the tax year, then you probably would understand even better than just listening to this video, listening to me talk, as to why tax planning is so important. Okay, so if you have not started tax planning and we are in the first quarter of the 2024 year, now is the time to get with your tax professional to start tax planning, especially if you've already filed your taxes and you have this unwanted tax liability bill and you're not for sure what's going on. Please seek a financial professional to start implementing tax planning. And once your tax plan is implemented, once the strategy is laid out, then that's when you go to your tax preparer. And sometimes, you have one and the same person. Sometimes your tax preparer can be your tax planner. It just depends on your particular situation, okay? So I hope I didn't confuse you guys, and I hope you have a good concept of what a tax preparer is versus what tax planning is, because it's definitely two totally different, types of services, and they have two different results, okay? So if you got any questions, if you need assistance, if you're one of those childcare owners or assisted living providers and you're like, I did not know this, I don't have a tax planner, I don't have a tax plan in place, I don't even have a tax preparer in place. If that is you, there will be a link below this video where you can click the link and book a free 15-minute tax consult with us. You can book a free 15-minute tax planning consultation with us, and we definitely be able to assist you and assess your particular situation, because as I say all the time, no assisted living center is cookie cutter. No child care center is cookie cutter. Everybody's different, okay? So thank you for listening, and more knowledge and tips to come.